that self-destruct. Oh, actually, no, it was to get right back into that mech. Apologies, my friends. Far, though, going to get the shield bash on to at Trill, but that's not going to be enough as he was taken down very low during the animation of the shield bash, and now they're going to be down 6v5. Envy has an opening for the first time all match so far, as Ruins was very, very hard for them, and Team Envy looking good on taking this point, and they do.
Yes, strong Boop, and you mentioned the fact that Crimzo threw out that Transcendence, but it just wasn't fast enough to save Trill. That's one of those really hard things as a support player these days. You do have quite a bit of safety. You're generally not going to be expecting divers to get right on top of you, but with that distance comes a very heavy responsibility. It's almost as if you have to have like
Goofies by the end of Ilios, and now the self-destruct is gonna go off and gonna get 3 kills. So this is the opening 0 win on that map, and on the back of some good tank play. I really want to get into this Winston-Reinhardt combo, Ham. Why is it there, and how did it work so much better for Gladiators Legion today? So on that first round, we saw that Winston, but hey, we're gonna look at him on D.Va, which is what he is known for on a Gladiators Legion. He had some huge bombs last week. We didn't see a ton of big bombs this week, except this one. That made up for the lack of all the other ones. You know, there the 4v4 is happening on the payload, but with those defensive spots, it's going to be much harder. They do invest, the Graviton Surge Team Envy does, to get this bigger bang, but that Gods were below half health. The Harmony Orb has to be enough for them right now. Panker doesn't have that shield. The Earth Shatter is there, does get Crimzo onto the ground. He doesn't have enough health to survive through it. Transcendence now from Gladiators Legion is going to give them an opening, but through the Transcendence, it's going to end, and if people are still going to be taking some naps for Gladiators Legion, Sharp takes advantage of Far, taking a little breather, but now the Graviton Surge coming from a Team Envy. Will it be enough? No, it's actually Gladiators Legion coming out on top here. Now they just have to finish it out. The Sound Barrier going to make it a lot harder for Team Envy to come back here on this fight.
8 points, but would just like to point out that beautiful knock-up kill, not from our friendly frogs, but from the Hammond. There's actually a Trill knocking Far up into the exploding mech to seal the deal here for Gladiators Legion.
I'm glad the pile drive doesn't cancel Earth Shatter, it just makes it really long.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
because he lifted up his hammer, got pile drive, and then once he hit the ground, he got that Earth Shatter off. But it gives your team an opportunity to react and make sure to nullify it anyway. It's pretty much canceled. 6, while Gladiators Legion will have 5 with the D-Mech, though, that's going to make Gladiators Legion even weaker.
Yeah, however, Crimzo does fall. That's going to be most of your consistent healing gone from the side of Team Envy, but with Gladiators Legion still just trickling in here, no problem for McGravy to just headbutt all of them with that massive mech, clean up some of those.
And now both sides do have those ultimates. Dalton has that self-barrier. The Sound Barrier is going to be there for for Gladiators Legion this time. Both self-destructs are there. One will get a kill, the other will not. Transcendences from both sides as well. So both teams had about 5 ultimates. They're going to use all of them, but Tanker still has a self-destruct for the next fight.
Yeah, that's right. Ready to lay down that, also get a stagger off of that ultimate. And now it is Envy's turn to turn that back.
Dalton has 100 energy and a Graviton Surge. The Earth Shatter was enough to get rid of Panker on this payload. So 6v3, Gods will be D-Mag. Team Envy is going to continue moving on this payload. Will Gladiators Legion come back and defend on streets?
Over a minute, that means that Gladiators Legion, the best that they can hope for here is a draw. They will only have the chance to defend the point against Envy's attack. But you're right, Boob. Envy, you know, over the place.
Definitely getting dizzy back in those days. It's crazy to me. I actually kind of miss the Death Class.
Right?
I know, right? I don't know why. But now, one thing is for sure, Sharp took too long to get that Death Blossom. The rest of the team wasn't there to really protect him. He wasn't able to get on the point and get close enough to those tanks. The shielding was too much for that.
And by the time he did have it, he was down team members. It was it would have taken quite a lot. Nigh perfect play from Envy to try and pull that off. But I am very...
Get Jaru and get that res. Is it the right time? I don't think so. The Transcendence now from it. Gladiators Legion are going to help them get onto the point, as is Panker's Primal Rage. Will he be able to knock Crimzo off? Yes, he was still transcending, so that's a missing healing for the rest of Team Envy. And now they're going to C-spawn again. The C-spawns is falling apart at the seams.
That was... Yeah, sometimes just goes to show the flashiest plays are not necessarily the best. Wall from Fissure here, not quite sealing off all of Gladiators Legion. They get onto the point, throw out that Graviton Surge. It feels like back in the day, Graviton Surge was such a death knell, but teams have really learned how to play around it at this point in time. But even so, Gladiators Legion, that was their key to victory right here. Team Envy going for the cheeky plays, but you know, getting slapped around just a little bit.
Yeah, we got to see some grandma juice.
Legion looking for an opening with that Graviton Surge. Team Envy now making their way onto the point. This is what Goats does best, pressuring the objective.
Oh, the Graviton Surge, I believe, was eaten there, so Dalton's going to want that one back. The right clicks are there. Self-destruct from Gods doesn't get much. Jaru's shield was up in time. There are some low health people on both sides. Far is going to be the first to fall, and Team Envy has an opening here on the point. It's a 6v3 on the objective right now. Hey, and this is going to be a team wipe, and Fire will have Sound Barrier for this next attack. The Gladiators Legion will have 4 ultimates. Team Envy will have 3. They're going to use one right now. Fire with that Sound Barrier is going to try to get them onto the objective. Earthshatter not getting anything from it. Trill, and he will be going down because of that. But look, again, this seems to be a repeating story. Both Reinhardt's down for both teams. Far using that rally just in time, getting that damage mitigation on the rest of the team. Gods with a good self-destruct kill onto Fisher is going to give Gladiators Legion another defense. Team Envy cannot put those kills together.
Right here, so we take a look at one of the previous fights. Yeah, Team Envy, finally they were able to just get every one of those ultimates to land, Boop. We kept talking about kind of these just little missed connections. You remember on Craigslist when people would be like, oh, there's somebody on, you know, the train just the other day. Right here, Trill getting that pin on. Exactly. A little known fact, we actually met on a train, but it was in Bermuda.
Huh, I didn't know they had trains there.
Yeah.
But now that we're looking at this, there is some possibility that we end this in a draw.
Pressure the objective and force Team Envy to evict them.
And so something that you like to bring up a lot is a tempo and how important it is to grab and actually give up some tempo at times when you're playing this Goats comp. Can you go into a little bit more detail on what tempo actually is?
So tempo is the, you know, on the surface you would say, you know, it is actually pretty intuitive. It's just going to be a lot of the ways that you win these fights is through combos. So not only does that mean that you're going to be saving those tools for the right moments, but you have to be able to execute those plays as well. And again, it comes into, we talk about tempo, right? So if you are being forced to pop Transcendence because the enemy team is coming on to you and you weren't expecting it, maybe you pop it a little bit too late, the reaction isn't quite there, a couple of members already fall before you're able to get that healing where it's needed. So it's crucial for these teams to be, you know, generally playing high tempo, or at least have that plan. You know, should the enemy team engage on us, what are we going to be doing? And you can't stop, play the right game here. But Trill pushing up aggressively.
Oh my goodness, that's 5 bodies on the ground. The only reason why McGravy wasn't there was because he was coming back from spawn. Really good Earthshatter from Gladiators Legion. They will be rounding this corner here soon.
Yeah, Team Envy.
Gladiators Legion looking pretty good on Dorado on these defensive. They could get the Rolf Transcendence. That might be enough to survive this team fight, but Team Envy has those 3 kills. McGravy going to Kobe bomb there and gets 3. Oh, that's a fancy one, my friend. That Transcendence is going to give him some extra time for protection, but that's not going to happen as Team Envy winning this fight through and through. Absolute domination on this one. If this continues, we might be seeing the 4 points for them as well.
Ooh,